What's up, Spikelings? The stream's only source of entertainment, Esther here, welcoming you back to the Shark Typhoon. Today, we're changing things up with actual jokes and some real joy in the stream. So sit back, relax, and get ready to have fun for a change.
But the Forge-Tenders are... Sorry, let me think about this. The Forge-Tenders are here to like be good against Prowess and Burn and Murktide too. But Prowess is pretty popular lately. Yeah, Ragavan is afraid of us. Is it possible to Karn turn 2 if you play Grazer and Tron? No. Wait. No. I think I'm gonna go for Warden over Spirit here as my brick of choice. Will MH3 Ajani be in the deck? The thing about don't even think about what decks will look like post MH3. We have not seen the whole set. I haven't looked at the leaks. We just the modern as a format is gonna be different. It is just gonna be a different format, and you just cannot like predict what things are gonna be like post MH3. It's just not. This is not gonna be the same. Yeah, like it's like I think just likely safe to assume that there's not going to be any overlap. There will be overlap, but just not something to think about now. Okay, I guess we save the Martyr Soul for next turn. Attack with the creatures that can actually attack. Yeah, Amulet will still be a tier 0 deck, of course. They have a Fatal Push. I guess I'm keeping it. Then I think I'm also going to pick up the Resolute Reinforcements for like pretty marginal value. Just James 38, thank you, welcome back. It's maybe like the Jace Valky deck. So let's start off and cast Martyr Soul. Try to play 0 mana 5/4. Bit awkward with the Legion's Landing plan, but I think that's okay. We'll, just be able to flip this Legion's Landing this game. How many artifacts did you need before you try Ingenious Smith over Reinforcements Pixie? I don't know, because I almost feel like the fact that this just puts 2 creatures into play matters more than like putting an artifact into your hand. That's like the main reason we're playing this, is because we need creatures in play and we need them now. You do not have Revolt, right? Oh, they do. Oh, they fetched. Okay. Okay, they don't have Damnation, I think, because they're like pushing instead of just casting Damnation. So let's main phase this, not play around Damnation game 1. I've been the big hater of Legion's Land. We talked about this a lot already, but I'm trying it. Like, it does make a lot of sense, despite me being a big hater of the card. I think it definitely makes enough sense to try. Have a Tidebinder. Flame of Honor. Can Grixis control beat a flipped Legion's Landing? Probably, but it'd be tough. Martyr Soul's been looking pretty good too. Okay, there's a Jace. They plot a Valky, and they play a basic island. Seems like we are on the ignore this nonsense plan and just attack with a bunch of 1/1s. Let's attack before we sack this Horizon Canopy, so that if my opponent has Orcish Bowmaster, we don't get the most blown out ever. Not that they probably don't have Bowmaster in their deck. Was I active brewing when those land enchantments came out in Ixalan? Not really, no. Mostly just played like Control and Storm and Legacy in Modern. Like I played Control and Storm in Modern and Control and Storm in Legacy. One's better than 2/2. Let's see if we find a 0. Do find a 0. So in addition to getting to cast Valky, they're going to get to have all of their mana available to them. So we'll see how well they can come back here. We have a lot going on. If they steal my Clarion Spirit and cast it, they're not going to be able to get a Spirit token off of it this turn. Wait, what did they... Oh, so they're stealing my Ornithopter, then casting that, which is interesting. And then they loot. Yeah, we're trying out Legion's Landing, despite me being a hater. It does just make enough sense in the deck for me to give it a go. And this is our first game with the card deck. It's looked pretty good. Busy hitting control players plays a Kanta. In Modern, I mean, I was playing a lot of Standard at that. Actually, I wasn't playing a lot of Standard, but I won a what were they called? RCQ, RPTQ, I think. I won one of those with like. I had Search for Kanta in my deck. I was playing like Esper, I think. It was the team RCQ, RPTQ. It's just a different era. But yeah, in Modern, Search for Kanta was just never good. Like, you would just be doing your broken thing, and then you'd be like, if my opponent has, like, Purge or a Mana Leak or an interactive spell of any kind, I'm kind of in trouble. And they would just cast Search for his content, and you'd be like, oh, I win easily. I'm going to mulligan. It's going to be pretty nice with one land. I'm going to mulligan this hand. Would still be a mulligan if we had a land. My opponent's also on 6. We're on a 5. Can flip a Legion's Landing on turn 2. Let's put back these two, I think. Does that make sense? It'd be nice if I could keep the Martyr Soul. Yeah, that Team RPTQ was really fun. One of my favorite events ever. Actually, like this, like it's been so long that this sounds like it can't be true, but it is true. So who gives a crap? But so there's a Team RCQ. Me and both of my teammates lost every single die roll in the Swiss. Oh, sorry. One person won their die roll, but they lost the game. Sorry. We had one die roll from one player the entirety of the Swiss. But they lost. So every game we won was done on the draw. And so, which is like, the numbers are pretty funny. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like I should play the factory here. So we had to flip the Legion's Landing, play our Windbrisk Heights. Is there any world where I'm... Yeah, I guess Nurturing Pixie, pick up the landing could be good. But then I'm not playing the Heights this turn. So I guess what I'll do is I'll go attack. I'll cast the landing off of the... Or the Pixie off of the flipped landing. Put an Emrakul here. Landing is looking great. Landing is looking great. I'm gonna subtlety my Pixie opponent. I will replay the Ornithopter so that I can Emrakul through a removal spell. Is a deck like this going to be really soft to Yogg? I think you'd race. I mean, turn 3 Emrakul is pretty good against Yogg. I think we're 2-0 against Yogg today, or 2-1. Definitely beating Yogg today. Okay, Legion's Landing is cracked. I eat my words. Yeah, we're pretty in on Emeria's call. Bunnicorn is kind of interesting. I've never cast a Bunnicorn before. So let's go activate the factory. If my opponent kills the factory, I can just activate his Kanta or Adondo. We'll activate Search for his Kanta in response. So, I mean, we're up against Grixis where this is really going to shine, but it's shining. Legion's Landing is shining for sure. The cage. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this card. We'll see. It's a high variance card. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we ended up cutting the two last builds are both in the mock, so at the moment if you want to take a look. We ended up cutting the Thraben Inspectors, 2 Resolute Reinforcements, and then we're playing 4 Pixie for Legion's Landing, since Pixie is pretty good with Legion's Landing. So they're looting instead of plotting. You have a removal spell? Okay. You don't have a removal spell. I guess I'm going to attack the Jace. I cast Emrakul the Aeons Torn. Which they subtlety. Oh, wow, I have such a cool trick here. Because I get to put this on top, and then I get to go cast Collector's Cage, Hideaway the Emrakul, cast the Emrakul again. Oh no, I don't have all the types. Dang it. I need to cast the Ornithopter. That's okay. We can just cast it next turn. Cool. This I will say, like, as soon as we cut the Loxodons, our win percentage went way up. I've not missed the Loxodons at all. I don't know. The thing, these kind of decks have a hard time figuring out what the bad matchups are, because if you just do your thing, you win, and if you don't, you lose. So who knows? Let's keep this. It's kind of nice. You can like tap the Memnite to Warden, and then pick up a Memnite or Ornithopter with Pixie, then retap it the same turn. It says good lunch, have fries. Having a salad, actually. Thank you, sweetheart. Right on time.
Oh, you're about to end?
No, I just need the caffeine. Anyways, make use of Emrakul in hand. If you have 15 lands in play, you can cast it. Silent Clearing Aether Vials, weird. Pixie's also really good with Clarion Spirit because it's just 2 spells. It's getting for 5 damage instead of scrying one more time. There's 18 lands waffle. We have 4 Emeria's Calls. So Toro deck. Yeah, it could be like the Vile Humans deck. Nope, just Death and Taxes. Also, I'm lactose intolerant. I'm kind of insulted here, this comment. Ephemerate would be bad. Pitched a Leonin Arbiter. That card's not great against me. Let's see what we scry. Let's bottom the Emrakul. If I draw Legion's Landing, I'll cast that instead of the Pixie here, maybe. No, I guess the Pixie is the only way for me to trigger the Spirit. might as well do this though. Oh, Bowmaster. You wouldn't Bowmaster me. Dang, I don't know why I forgot about Orcish Bowmaster. Big punt. Can play the Halo Hopper here even after my spirit dies. Yeah, the Pixie's been really good. Weird card for sure. Shocks and Godless Shrine, so playing a 3-drop, I guess. I don't know. Let's attack first. Yeah, this like a sec. I'm really excited to work on the Fiddlebender build tonight. You think Satoros will hurt is playable? Maybe. Obviously, those two cards go well together. I'm interested in figuring it out. My current like Esper Satoru build does not play Soul Herder. I think I have the new 3-mana flash card. Yeah, this card. But isn't this card just bad? I can just cast it. I just get to cast this card next turn. I don't know. Oh wait, no, dude. Avid Enter. But it stops my playing from exile stuff. Okay, well played. They're at 7 life. They may have to trade here. But also if they trade, then they're getting a Cauldron. If they trade, then stuff is free. No, we 4-1 last league. We likely would have trophied if we won the die roll against yeah, you have to wait a turn to plot. Would Satoru work with this deck? It's impossible to cast with all the white sources. Okay, so they're not attacking with Avid Interrupter, which implies that they want to block with Avid Interrupter. I'm down to 13. So if I attack with everything, what happens? My opponent will block here and then take 4. I would really prefer the trade to happen. I don't think it's that likely to, though. Yeah, you can still cast this stuff up Hideaway. This costs more, I know. So we go Clarion Spirit, then cast our Collector's Cage. Make another Spirit. You have another one of these, maybe? Not right now. I choose Emrakul, the Aeons Torn. Draws a card off their clearing, plays a basic plains. Take 5. Opponent has a pause in my draw step here. Let me attack with maybe just the spirits. Fast GG. Okay, on the draw against every streamer's least favorite thing. I think I'm going to play a couple Requisition Raids over a couple Resolute Reinforcements, and then I'm going to click the submit button and go use the restroom. You're back.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. 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 It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Huh. Kind of weird, but I'm gonna click the keep button.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Just like Warden of the Inner Sky, what can I say?
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Runs on a mold of 5, it looks like. Gotta get your Aether Vial. Hopefully find a land for Requisition Raid. It's actually not that bad of a draw here. You want to play your Midnights and Ornithopters first, so you still get to scry if they have Solitude. Not that my opponent's very likely to have Solitude with their 3 cards, right? The next turn, we could potentially set up for like Requisition Raid with 2 modes. Go Clarion Spirit, Ornithopter next turn. Can we do anything that goes reach your hand? 15 mana, cast it. No, I'm just accepting that these are bricks. So the thing is, you can either play shitty cards like Rafine's Informant, or like you can play a worse payoff and Solitude and have like 8 bad cards that have some text, or 4 cards that have no text with a better plan. And at the moment, that's what I'm doing. Is I think just trying to play the better plan. Okay, miss her. Put the mold of 5. I don't know why they're responding to this, but whatever. I guess because I could scry. They pitched an Aven Interrupter. Oh, they have Ephemerate. Okay, good mold of 5, huh? Jeez Louise. We're gonna lose our Clarion Spirit too. We draw a land and get to put a counter on these 3 and then kill the Vial. That would be pretty good. Let's see what happens. Cannot scry in response. There it is. Only scry at sorcery speed. Alright, we did draw our land. My first time, I think, at casting a Spree card. So I destroy the Aether Vial, and I target myself. I spend 3 mana. Dude, what a mold of 5. Gnarly. They grab a Cauldron that they can't currently put into play. Can pretty comfortably attack with everything. Oh, I guess I'm sorry, I should leave them in my back to block the Solitude, though. Never mind. Let's see if they draw a land. Collector's Cage? No, Legion's Landing is nice. I guess that's a reason to do this, huh? Yeah, landing is good. Okay. Crazy attack with this Solitude. Or the Stoneforge. Hideaway card. I think I'm sacking this instead of making a token here. So it's about Cauldrons, we have these flyers, so like Cauldrons not just game over. I also have Lifelinkers too, so if they can't race super well. So going up to 11, they're taking 5, I'm taking 3 basically after my lifelink, so I'm at 10. Okay, not a bad draw. They find a Volatile Fault. Playing second land does nothing. I make a 1/1 with lifelink that can block the Solitude. I could not have Oh, I guess I could have. No, I couldn't have activated the land to make the 1/1. I couldn't do that because I sacked the Canopy. I had the choice to sack Canopy or Make the 1/1. So if we activate this, they can block here. Yeah, I think I'm activating and just sending with everything. This bad. So you can have like Avid Interrupter here to like just win. Yeah, so let's attack like this. With the intention, if they like volatile fault here, I can make it a token here. If they block here, I gain 1, so I'm not dead to the Cauldron. They fault the factory. Yeah, I'm planning about fault. Yeah. Samwise the Stout-Hearted, huh? Feeling pretty good about our spot, I guess. Block there, block here, go to 3, but I just have 3 points of flying in the air, and I'm looking pretty alive on the crackback. They also still got this silent clearing in play. Also, they make Sam the ring bearer, then block with it. It's not exactly the best. So let's play around Bowmaster with the block. Make token now? I mean, just make it before I block. Not really much we can draw. Oh my gosh, stupid. Just stop playing around Bowmaster. Close. Game 3. Current score for this deck. So we went 2-2, kind of 2-3. We like dropped really early. We'll call it 2-2 with the Loxodon build. Then we 4-1 to First League with the first Convoke build, and now we're 1-0. Going to game 3 here. Okay, going to 5. Probably going to be tough to use Heights since they have a lot of land interaction. We'll see. 47 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Did I have 2 lethal attackers? No. I think I played that game pretty well up until when I sacked the land, but I don't think that I made any egregious mistakes there. So White Source, I get to go off a little bit here. So if I draw, well, I guess we're getting Solituded. It's okay. Pitching Lion Sash. They can pick up a Solitude. Violent Giver. Four cards in their hand. One of them is a Solitude. Land, 0-drop. Might be better, but whatever. Yeah, we saw Bowmaster, I think. Yeah. There's another one. Their hand is Solitude, 2 mystery cards. Pretty good draw. Just no reason to evoke right now. Just why not just see what you draw next turn? Can be still a tough game to win. Pretty behind, although my life total is pretty high. Gonna get hit for 9 down to 14, and then I need to draw a land if I'm going to, or I guess I could draw a Memnite. Let's draw a land. I guess Windbrisk Heights would be a pretty bad draw. Not attacking with the Spellmaster is so weird. Don't get it. We drew our land, though. So we get to go Nurturing Pixie, pick up the Legion's Landing. Cast the Legion's Landing. I'm just going to main phase the activation. I have to target the Pixie. The next turn we get to like flip our Legion's Landing, activate Heights, activate Cage. We have a lot of flying power in the air. Sorry, redundant, I guess. I think we're doing pretty good. This is an awful attack. I just have an indestructible blocker. With lifelink too. Okay. Another copy of Collector's Cage. Let's just go ahead and attack first. Attack with the flyers with power and toughness. Flip the Legion's Landing. Then I think let's just go ahead and try to cast this now. See if they have Aven Interrupter or something. Okay, there's an Emrakul. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so we can turn 3, activate Heights. We're on the draw against someone who may be playing Tron. So see if this is too slow. Obviously, if we see Emrakul here, we should be happy enough. See a Cage, maybe a little too slow this game on the draw. Okay, so we're going to have turn 3 Tron on the play. Feeling okay about our plan and these kind of matchups to mostly just do the thing. Against Tron, it's like way more realistic to just like try to do the thing against them where like they're just not killing us right this turn. Oh, sorry, this is Memnite, not Ornithopter, so we don't. Oh, so we can win Heist, but we can't Cage. Sorry, tripping. Just here trashing the landing. Yeah, I mean, I was definitely trashing it, but it's also just like I just hated it so historically, you know. But I certainly recognize that it has merit. Okay, because we have a backup one of these. So let's go Warden, Scry, Pixie, pick up Memnite, Scry again. I'm just trying to dig for an Emrakul. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Ornithopter being 0 power is just so relevant. You'd think they would print more 0 drops maybe at some point. Not that they should, but just kind of weird that it's always just been Memnite and Ornithopter holding the line down. Opponent soaking in what's going on. 1, 2, 3. Just digging for Emrakul here. Hit an Emeria's Call. Probably better to hold this. Better for Clarion Spirit. Better against Oblivion Stone. Which not that we're super likely to beat an Oblivion Stone. Kobolds. Yeah, there's no kobolds in Modern. Maybe we'll see some in Image 3. I have a foil. The Kobold from Commander Master, the one with Partner. I wanted to build the Commander deck around that again. Around that one. Could still win. Cold of Care Keep. I don't think that that's a modern legal card. Is that a modern legal card? I think MH3 is before Bloomboro. Surely. So Cage gives me a redraw into Emrakul. Although I guess if they kill my Nurturing Pixie, oh, so I won't have the power types for Cage necessarily. Maybe if I do this. Yeah, MH3 is coming out soon. No, Assassin's Creed is not coming out before MH3, right? There's no way. Okay. We go to game 2. I was told in store. I think you may have been wrong, or told wrong. I'm pretty sure Assassin's Creed is like towards the end of the year. Assassin's Creed is in July? What the fuck is going on, dude? Early concession on our part, huh? No one knows. Yeah, this year is crazy on set release. I just wish they would space them out a little bit more, because like, so like all these like the winter months are always like so clogged up, or like opposite of clogged up. There's not a lot going on. Yeah, Assassin's Creed is modern legal. I consulted on it when I saw it. The set looked pretty sick. You know, we'll see if there's another One Ring situation. Yeah, this is like pretty likely turn 3 activate Collector's Cage, which I don't think you can mulligan. Did not consult on MH3. I turned it down. Since it was going to be like 6 weeks off stream, 6 weeks away from the dogs. No, at the time, dog. No Lucy back then. Looking for land. Cannot upkeep Scribe before anybody asks. What if I could? What Esther? Well, Esther would have likely been able to go with me to Seattle. I remember we talked about it, and she was like not sure. She actually ended up getting laid off, like coincidentally in time for if I had accepted for that time. But she had a job at the time that was really demanding with like a bad boss, and so we weren't sure if she was going to be able to come or not. But we were to try to make that happen. So. Cast this. I'm going to save the Cage for next turn, I think. If you're not scrying, you're crying. What have I not tapped here? Okay. It's a lot of permanence in play on turn 3. Missed the part of stream where you said Legion's Landing was terrible now playing it. Well, maybe I said it was terrible, but I mostly meant that I historically have hated the card. But playing it more, thinking about it more, talking about chat, like I figured let's give it a try, and it has been very impressive. It has definitely been. It is doing like exactly what you want to do. So, despite I think my long 10 years of hating Legion's Landing, we finally found a good deck for it. Yeah, All Is Dust would be good here. They probably should be playing it over Ugin. But we saw an Ugin last game. How hard would this be to convert to Pioneer? I don't know. You're missing, the redundancy with the Windbrisk Heights. That matters a lot for sure. Okay, so let's see what's under the cage. If it's an Emrakul, we just have an easy choice to kill the Karn. Say we just find a Windbrisk Heights. So, I can go tap 1, 2, 3. Also, if I have Martyr Soul, I go like Martyr, so I get to make a Clarion Spirit. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, something like that. They can't block this. They block here, and then they take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So not enough. So I guess we'll just go 1, 2, 3. It's a good card to have on top here, right? Although, sorry, I guess I should have not tapped this so I could have activated it post-combat. Let's not play again around Oblivion Stone or Ugin. Oh, sorry, I also forgot I could tap this to the Convoke. I could have attacked with 2 more things here. It just shouldn't really matter that much. I think they're gonna have Oblivion Stone, and I'm gonna lose plus land, or they're not gonna have that. I'm gonna win. Still get to like do this. Yeah, Oblivion Stone, or Ugin plus land. I guess they could have the ring also. But was that the that was the overtap bug, wasn't it? I don't know how that's happening because I was like, I thought we were gonna have one more. I guess it's good I misclicked. Yeah, I've never encountered the overtap bug for Convoke. I'm not sure like what it is I'm clicking that is causing this. Tron players, please please play this Oblivion Stone faster here. What in the world are you doing? Taking a minute to cast this Oblivion Stone. What in the world are you doing? Taking that long to put the Oblivion Stone. Recommend those lists. Kind of hard to mulligan. We do have Emrakul in our hand. The hand's pretty slow. I think in the blind on the play I'll mulligan. Pretty close one. Okay, so here let's keep. Don't exactly think this hand is better, but this is the hand we've kept. Put back the redundant Legion's Landing. And just lead on the other copy of Legion's Landing. Over the course of 30 plus matches with a deck, what is considered a good win percentage? It kind of depends, right? Like for me, in league, like there's a big difference between like internal testing with a testing team, leagues. If we're just talking about leagues, a good win percentage is probably like 65% after 30 matches. For internal testing, it's probably like 55% if you were on like a testing team. Like I remember like when we were testing for PT Barcelona, like a really clear example of this was like the Dimir ring deck started to emerge. We all like picked it up and started playing it. My win percentage, like everybody's win percentage with that deck testing by themselves in leagues was like 70%. It was like all of our win rates were crazy, and we're like, we did it, or we found it. Like the deck is this is the broken deck. But then we started testing internally, and then like it just couldn't beat anything. It was just kind of like very easy to like outplay people in Magic Online leagues with that deck, but against like more difficult opponents, just did not hold up. Two 1-land keeps slamming against each other here. So I can't Clarion Spirit, flip Legion's Landing, and then play Legion's Landing, but I can go Legion's Landing into Clarion Spirit. Oh, shit, I didn't tackle my Ornithopter. Brain is melting. I think Force of Virtue could help synergize buffy creatures. You just don't really have the luxury, I think, of playing Force of Virtue. You could have Emrakul pitched, but I'm not that interested in playing like Moonshaker, so you can pitch Emrakul, which is what some of the initial list of this deck we're doing. Okay, I guess I'm just going to go Spirit. After flipping the landing. Kind of regretting not keeping my 7 at the moment. But we're dead if they have Yogg, and we're in good shape if they don't. Like one big thing with this deck is like you really need to have 3 creatures in play for your deck to work. And keeping 3 creatures in play in Modern can be very difficult. And if you're like pitching a Force of Virtue into play, I think it just kind of plays into your opponent's game plan of them stopping you from having 3 creatures in play at the same time. That makes sense. Kind of trim some of just the 1 toughness creatures. Bring in the toadies. So I feel like Yogg players always have Yogg. I mean, they have a lot of Yoggs in the deck. I feel somewhat strongly you should not play actual 3 mana spells in the deck. We are, curving out at 2 for a reason in our 18 land deck. Adeline is like also like an okay modern card. She's just better if you have human synergies, a lot worse if you don't. I felt like never really been all that good. Let's mulligan this. Yeah, I really want to keep a hand with like either Totem or Hideaway, ideally both in this matchup. Ideally, you want to Hideaway in all your openers. Can't always have it. Guess I'm going to grab the Pixie. Obviously kind of a brick here on the Heights. Not 100% convinced it's best to play this Totem right now. I think 3 seems even Coke is good. Just absolutely not multiples in hand. Just absolutely. You're saying we should play less than the 8 of these effects we've been playing? They've been very good so far. I'm like we were only playing 4 at first. We cut the 4 Loxodons for the rest of them, and then our win percentage like immediately shot way up. Play a Thopter to Insulating and Pick your poison. Yeah, that's probably wise. I tend to like to save them for Clarion Spirit. Didn't want the 5/4. Cannot have the 5/4 here because you have to have a white creature to tap for the Martyr. So I can attack with everything, and then I can Pixie whatever the halfling blocks maybe. Oh, never mind. Score Skyfisher versus Nurturing 2 mana intensive. Yeah, you just have a hard time playing cards like that. Like the Pixie, I think is mostly better. Although Skyfisher picking up Heights is nice for sure. Surprising attack with everything. Cannot activate the Warden, unfortunately. Assume Lox was replaced by landing. Yeah, we replaced the landing with the Loxodon with Martyr Soul, and then Esper Sentinel with the landing is kind of, and then we cut 2 reinforcements to play 4 Pixie, because Pixie is nice with landing. Why not land token generator? Are you talking about the White Castle? That card, kind of simply put, is not going to enter untapped enough. We have at the moment 8 non on the play with a slow hand with a lot of Hideaway against a Gigantha. I think against a Gigantha I'll keep. Yeah, you could play Chancellor of the Annex over Emrakul, but I don't know. Emrakul is just like, you just fucking win the game every play. It's just so much more powerful than these like shitty white cards. Like you're just gonna like lose if you move away from Emrakul, you're just gonna like lose a lot of the time when you do the thing, which is a problem, I think, because you're so in on the thing. So Gigantha, Wooded Foothill. Oh, so just Domain Zoo. Duh. So I think I'm just gonna go cast Warden, play Second Heights with the intention of going Clarion Spirit, Pixie, Halo Hopper next turn. The legendary Lord of the Rings white land is worth a slot. I'd have to read it again. It just is that one enters tapped, and if you have a legend in play, you can spend 2 mana, tap it, make a 1/1. We just don't have any legends. You would have to like really jump through some hoops to facilitate that. Exactly what we want there. That was pay to tap draw. Oh, yeah. I guess that's not what it does. What does the card do? Activate. So if you attack with 2 more creatures, draw a card. I mean, the fact that it's just another tap land in a deck that already plays 4 tap lands is probably too much. Okay, so my opponent, if I take 8, I go down to 9 life. My opponent's already they can't go Tribal Flames Bolt. Even if they did, that's not enough. So let's just make sure we have as many creatures in play as possible for our Windbrisk Heights. Yeah, if you're really concerned about drawing Emrakuls, the best thing you can play, I think, is Rafine's Informant to loot it away. There's maybe a better Rafine's Informant out there, but I think you mostly just are okay. I think instead of playing again mediocre cards to help you loot away Emrakuls, I think it's just better to not just have less mediocre cards and just be okay bricking on Emrakul sometimes, so that you can do this some other times. My opponent says, lol. It is a pretty funny deck, huh? So, on the draw against Domain Zoo, do I want just the Forge-Tenders, or do I also want the Requisition Raids? Raid is probably okay. Could do something like this. Maybe keep in a couple... Legion's Landing. Maybe we play Landing over Halo Hopper and still cut the Pixies. Pixies for Forge-Tender. Yeah, it is a very funny deck. Just like a bunch of little white weenies summoning Emrakul with their ritual of attacking the 3 creatures. Would the white counter be better than Annex? Yeah, it is, but like the white cavalry is also only like really even ever worth a card if you're playing like a pitch effect of some kind. Ooh, 2 ley lines. So if they have Scion, we're not in good shape. Forge-Tender does have protection against everything, which is fun. Let's go and play that before the Warden here. I do like that we have outs to Scion here, and the out of just throwing an Emrakul at our opponent, but it may be a little slow. What is this? The Shoulder Brawler. Okay, interesting. Probably bottom the Emrakul here. Is there a reason playing Emrakul for blockers? Yeah, just saving time for you and for me and for my opponent. My opponent's dead. Let's just show them that they're dead. I'm not trying to be a Tron gamer tanking tanking for a minute when I have 8 mana O-Stone. Ooh. So let's sack this, target the Brawler here. Now they can leave it back to block if they want. So let's go cast Warden. 1, 2, 3. Bottom this. Play a factory. I think I'll just crack this. I have some zeros, right? A little flooded. So they got 1 card in their hand. I'm at 11 life points now. Still flooding, despite scrying a good amount here. I guess I'm just going to go scry with the intention of 4/4 Mishra's Factory to block. How good is this Requisition Raid? I get to put a counter on everything, including my Legion's Landing. It's probably better, enough better than the average draw to keep. There's also like a somewhat good chance that they don't know about how Mishra's Factories work. Had that happen once. That happened. How did they target Fortuner? Leyline of the Guild Pack does not turn spells on the stack into all colors. Does Raid just always replace wear tear? I think in that mono white deck that, or you know, a effectively mono white deck that is not able to splash for wear tear very well. Yes. Also, we care a lot about the counters on this card is pretty nice too. There's a lot to like about it. Ooh, it's a big territorial Kavu. Oh, sorry, just the counter. Didn't we want to double pump? I was blocking. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the trample. Yeah, sorry, we should have pumped again. I was thinking about lightning bolts a little bit, but yeah, should have just pumped again. So they looted away a flooded strand. Let's go for a double block. Lightning bolts is horrible, but didn't want to just be dead to tribal flames. Don't think we're beating that second Kavu. Anyways, we got game 3 on the play. I guess I might as well sack the Sunbaked Canyon. I could play the Heights. I don't know. I guess we'd be dead anyways. Yeah, I wanted to give Legion's Landing a try. I just hated the card for like 10 years, but I do agree it makes a lot of sense in the deck, and figured we'd give it a go. And it has been very good. I'm being converted on Legion's Landing. My dislike of the card stems back to that standard format where I just thought the card was just so mediocre in the standard decks. My evaluation of cards is also like, I think a lot worse back then too, for whatever that's worth. Let's lead on the Forge-Tender. Not the best hand, but I think you probably just need to keep this kind of hand. We have Forge-Tender against them. It's a pretty good card. No Leyline is good to see. And also in the context of Modern, it's just been suggested a bunch, and just never thought it was good before. So let's play both of these, and then I think I'm just going to scry. I want to be able to 5-4 for 0 next turn, potentially. Also, scrying is just so good in the stack. Yeah, the 5-4 looking really nice on this board. So they do have this Nishob or Kavu that I kind of want to leave this back for. We'll see what we draw, I guess. A Ornithopter Memnite could be good to keep this back for the Kavu. We could also maybe just take a hit from the Kavu, or we'll see. Yeah, let's get the 5-4. Just such a big deal on this board. I guess I could also just block the Kavu and then Forge-Tender the Kavu. We're pretty cool to a Leyline Binding. No, we didn't. We could have either had a Spirit Trigger or a 5-4 Martyr, so I decided to do this instead. If you cast Clarion Spirit first, you know, this only gets 2 counters if you have no tapped lands. But I did all, you know, like most of the time when chat is correcting my plays, I've already preemptively said why I'm doing something. It's okay. It's weird. A lot of weird cards. Is what it is. Yeah, right now can't cast the Binding, but they can still play a land and go for it. Yeah, can now cast Leyline Binding if they have it. New Jace plus Martyr Soul. Ooh, yeah, that's a combo. And it's got 4 cards in their hand. Tough turn, I guess. Opponent cracks their fetch and will probably get a Zoggoth Triumph. Do you have Death Render? What the heck is a Death Render? Okay, not getting a Zoggoth Triumph. Shocking in a breeding pool. So why would they want to do this? So they would play... No, I don't have Deathfinder in this deck. I don't even know if that card is legal. Okay, so let's go block. Then Forge-Tender the Kavu. I'll Forge-Tender this. My Warden seems to be pretty important. Could be wrong about that, I guess. Let's just draw a cage. So I could save the Memnite for the Clarion Spirit. I think instead what I'll do is I'll get my scry going. Very nice scry here. And then, I guess I don't want to run into the double block, so I'll just pass back. 4 cards in their hand. Thank you, Beijing. Glad you liked the episode. A lot of good feedback on it. James is just a great interviewer. He just does a good job of making anybody come on look great. So it goes after the Warden. It still has no good attacks. All right, let's pass with the intention of trying to trigger Clarion Spirit, huh? 4 mana Scion of Draco. Great draw. So let's tap these ground creatures first. Bottom that one. Guess I probably way too greedy to tap anything else, so let's not. Close game. Got 2 cards in their hand. Tribal Flames, maybe? That would not be good. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I guess there's not... Being at 6, I'd add 2 bolts. Kind of bad if they, like, give this trample to... Yeah, second Scion. So I bottomed one of these and I drew one anyways. So we go Ornithopter, activate Mishra's Factory. I can tap 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Have these 2. Block here, take 9, go to 1. Seems like a plan. I don't think it's going to get a lot better. And getting this Warden up to 4/5 just seems like the most important thing I could be doing. Can also attack this turn. Block here, take 9, go to 1. Obviously, if my opponent has a removal spell, we lose, but I think it's likely not going to be very easy to beat a removal spell. We had Esper Sentinel in our first draft. Kind of simply put, I think the Fairy and Legion's Landing are both better than Esper Sentinel in this build. We had a version with Venerated Loxodon where I thought Sentinel was likely better. So they drew a Leyline, which I am dead to, I think. Oh, I guess I'm not dead. Yeah, I'm taking the same amount of damage. All right. Go to 1. Kind of just ahead. Okay, they got no cards in their hand. They do still Giganta in the Companion Zone. They have a Surveil land. No Surveil land. Can I draw a Hideaway card? I guess not. So we block here. Okay, let's save this for the Clarion Spirits. Just get in for 1. Don't really feel like I have the luxury of being able to scry. Because I need to put a decent amount of stuff in front of the Ragavan. I do have 2 Clarion Spirits, I don't know. Giganta into the hand. It's best case scenario, of course. Who would win? Leyline Scion or one Warden-y? One drop. Now maybe I need to scry. I guess I just have the factory too. I just have the factory for the Ragavan. I should have scryed last turn. Here comes Gigantha, looks like. So I'd love to draw a spell to at least get some spirits. Best draw is Collector's Vault by a million years, of course. I think it's... should be fine to do this. Because I get to go double block Gigantha with the Martyr Souls. Getting up on this or getting up on this, yeah. Of course, my opponent has a lot of cards that kill me, so I just don't have all the time in the world. Okay, not a Tribal Flames. But give them extra looks. We also have the Spree Disenchant in the deck, which would help some. Be maybe just game ending. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Big money. Respin? Respin or Emeria's Call. I feel like I just respin and try to not die to top deck burn spell, right? Oh, nice that we also get to trigger the spirit. Forgot about that. Spirits. Next turn, I guess. Get another top deck opponent. Don't say I never gave you anything. Scrying there is better than 2 counters and guide. No, I need the 2 counters to like have an effective double block against this. Force Scion Chump this turn. Not this turn, right? You had a Force Chump? There's like... how? Don't they just get to block a spirit and gain 4? How am I forcing a chump? A lot of people are saying it, so maybe I'm wrong. Counters on Vigilance Flyer to force a chump? When they just go to... explain it to me. As I choose to block. Eight, 9 Warden? Oh, you wanted me to activate the Warden a bunch. Okay, sure. Am I like dead on the crackback? Maybe I'm not. Gotta be a better block than this, right? I guess not, right? So they go kill this, kill 1. Better kill the Kavu. All this to be dead to Tribal Flames post-combat. I think I blocked this here, so I'm dead to Bolt or Binding no matter what. Actually. Okay, looks fine. Meebo, thanks for the raid. Hope you're doing well, homie. We're in a, no one's ever blocked like this in Modern before. It's a funny time to come in. Casted some Emrakuls today in our mono white deck. Hoping my opponent didn't draw a Tribal Flames, Bolt, or Leyline Binding, which they haven't done for several turns. Pump with Cage. I mean, yeah, we'll use the Cage, but like... I don't just kind of like... I think if they didn't top deck, we're just going to win, and if they did, we're going to lose, probably. I guess they get to gain a billion life. Yeah, just at the Binding here. Trample's over, anticlimactic game. Let's just see if we would have... we would have hit the Emrakul. Isn't there something easy to cast Emrakul so in second hand? Yeah, but not. But if you're gonna, this deck is very in on doing the thing. Emrakul just wins the game. So yes, there are easier things to cast. Of course, everything is easier to cast than Emrakul. But Emrakul, you know, is nothing ends the game as well as it does, especially in the One Ring format. Okay, so we went 4-1 into 2-3 with this build. I think the build's still looking good. I'm gonna work on the Fiddlebender version. Despite we had a better record without the Legion's Landings, but Legion's Landings were good, so I'm liking it. I like playing a bunch of these too over the Loxodons. Wouldn't be dead to binding before she jump last turn. Yeah, I guess I just didn't see the line. We also